listening to FNR Football Nation Radio.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand, solarpowerco.com.au.
And that's it! Reda have risen from their ruins! Nonetheless, the Greek god in Rome! The unthinkable unfolds before our eyes!
You are listening to FNR Football Nation Radio.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand, solarpowerco.com.au.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Their time has arrived. I think last week that 10-man performance in the preliminary final was absolutely exceptional, so I'm going for the Knights.
When you talk of Knights, it's a real fighting team.
Buskak into the back of the net. Melbourne Knights take the lead 1-0. Melbourne Knights will win the Doherty Cup.
For a finals berth, that's it! The Croatia fans salute the goal that could be so vital.
And good evening, Knights fans. Welcome back to the Night Train. We'll be discussing everything and anything Melbourne Knights. Once again, I'm your host, Anthony Zovac, and joining me tonight, as always, we've got Josh Parrish on the Zoom. And live in studio, we've got the women's head coach, Reda, and the vice-captain, Filomena Delic. Everyone, welcome to the Night Train.
Hi.
Hi, thank you.
Josh, now, another COVID test for you, mate.
Gee, I'm making a habit of this, aren't I?
Look, it's almost like you don't want to see me in person no more, mate.
Hey, I've got great news that came just too late. My text message came through from the Department of Health. I am feeling very negative today, which is just as well. But look, I'm just lucky I didn't have to do this for 2 weeks. I rushed over the border last night, trying get the last plane out of Canberra and only made it because they held the flight back due to the extenuating circumstances. So I'm amazed I'm actually back in Victoria, to be honest with you.
Look, mate, we're happy to have you back, and as always, happy to have you on the show. Speaking of the show, it's absolutely massive one tonight. Obviously, we've got the in-studio guests. We've got the round wrap-up from this week, and massive game for us this week away at Altona, and a couple of massive games for the women's team this week, which we'll be discussing a little bit later in the show. But as always, we'll start with a quick word to thank our sponsors, I&D Group, Living Gems Lifestyle Resorts, Melbourne Croatia Soccer Club, the Australian Croatian Clubs of Melbourne and Geelong, Adcon Group, Evolve Reinforcement, Empire Global, and the show's sponsor, Tony Village, down at the St Andrews Hotel. So thank you once again to all of our sponsors. We'll give the juniors a quick wrap-up. Now, our mini-roos, the under-8s with a Golfest 5-all draw at Altona Magic. The under-10s, Ivan with a 7-2 win, 7-2 loss rather, over Sydenham Park. The under-10s, Jack with a 9-0 loss to Westside Strikers. The under-11s with a 3-2 loss to Bringbank Stallions. And the under-9 girls with a 3-1 win over Satellite City. The NPL juniors, the under-14s, won 2-0 and with a 1-all draw over the weekend. The under-15s with a 4-0 win and a 2-1 loss. The under-16s had a 3-2 win with a bye in their first round. And the under-17s with a 4-3 loss and a 3-2 win. The junior boys, the under-12s W with a 5-1 win, under-12s K with a bye, and under-13s A with a 4-2 loss. The under-12 girls with a 5-0 win, and the under-14 girls with a 6-0 win. So congratulations to those teams. Great results. And our women's seniors and reserves, the reserves going down 5-3, and the seniors losing 3-0 to Whitehorse. So unfortunate result, but I'm sure, as we're going to discuss later tonight, bigger and better things coming for the women's team. So I'd like to once again thank Ray and Filomena for coming on the show. Absolutely massive week for you guys coming up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But we really look forward and prepare for this game. Yeah, today I'll just watch the 3 games of Box Hill and I'll get some ideas.
So for those who don't know, our women are playing in the quarterfinal of the Night Cup this Wednesday night against Box Hill. Absolutely massive game. How is everyone feeling coming into the fixture?
Oh, perfect. I'm really happy what we got. The girls doing very well. And after 2 last game, what they done was a great performance. And everyone happy, and we were really looking forward for Nike Cup. And hopefully we are wishing for to get this cup.
So Filomena, was obviously a massive result last time round, beating Avondale on penalties. We had a bit of a chat after that. You all looked over the moon. How's everyone feeling coming in the squads coming into the game?
So we feel a bit, not intimidated, but a bit nervous because this is an NPL team that we will be versing.
Yeah.
So they're the league above us. And they, again, Ray sent us some videos that they have played recently, and they do have a really strong structure, especially in the defence line. So we need to just really push through that. But they also have this thing where they panic and they stuff up a few things when they're under pressure. So I feel like if we push them, put pressure on, I think that we should be all right and at least hold the game, and hopefully not till penalties, but like...
No.
Hopefully it doesn't go to penalties again.
I hope not. But yeah, I think we just need to play our game, not play theirs, which we sometimes, some games we do really well, but then some games we're just very unsettled, and we just need to find what the difference is of what we're doing, so we know what to do for the next games, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
So look, it's been a bit of an up and down start to the year so far, but how's everyone feeling sort of going into the sort of back half of the season? How's the squad feeling? What are we sort of looking to get out of that second half of the season?
We have to be realistic about this thing, where exactly we've been and where we are now, and what exactly we want to be. We started a few months ago with the very, I'm going to tell you, we got the youngest team on this league. My centre defend is 16, and another one, Tia, she's 18. And this is good for them to get more experience in the future. Yeah, what I'm saying, we got the youngest side of the team and players in this league. I mean, they just in the good developed side, and hopefully on another year, next year, we can get more and more from these players, and they really love to learn. It's make it easy for me.
Yeah, definitely. And look, from the few games of yours I've seen this year, you can see there's definitely been an improvement since the start of the year. It looks like the squad's really sort of coming together, and you can see that development of, like you said, one of the youngest squads in the league.
Yeah. Not only that, but at the start of the season, most of the girls we didn't even know. Like some of them were strangers, some of them were friends of friends of friends. Like we didn't know each other. We weren't really a team when we were playing. But as Ray says, as time goes on, as the more trainings we have, the more games we have, we had a team night out, we got to know each other a bit more, then that connection between ourselves gets stronger each game. And I feel like that is what makes us a stronger team, and that's what makes us play as a team as well. But like good things come in time, and it just takes time for that connection to build stronger and stronger. Yeah,
look, definitely. We've got a question coming through. Ray, are you any relation to ex-Knights player Michael Reda?
No, really. No. I have no idea. Yeah, someone was.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well. It looks like you're not the first Raider to have come through the Knights. Speaking
That's
of.
That's perfect. It's a very common name.
Yeah. This is your first year at the club. How are you finding the environment down at the Knights so far?
It's beautiful. It's I'm really happy. But I know about the Croatian football since I think. For a World Cup when they get to the final. And I really get interested to get more and more. And I used to play and overseas, and I work with some Croatian coaches, big name like Evic or Ivanko Brankovic or some big name of Croatian. That's why I learned a lot of things from the Croatian football. And after a few years when I'm coaching here, when the people asking for look after the female program here, I'm really getting excited about this position. And I try to do my best. And where we are now, we're really happy. And I told the club, if I can't do anything about the club, I'm going to leave before you guys ask me. But hopefully now after a few months, because it's not easy with the young players to look after the fitness, to try to teach them about the lifestyle, because everything they do relate to the game. And we try to just change a little bit about the culture, behavior of the players, and they learn much in this short. If we're talking about the short time, it's a different, but we're looking for a very long term.
Yeah, a long-term approach is definitely what the club's looking at across all aspects, through the senior men's program, through the juniors program, and through the women's program. But yourself, Filomena, how long have you now been involved down at the Knights?
How old am I? Okay, I'd say maybe 10 years.
10 years. So you came all the way through the junior setup?
Yeah. So when I started playing football, I was at Moreland for I think a year or two, and then I came here for under 12s, under 10s, I can't really remember. And then I just worked myself up, and then now I'm here, I guess.
In the seniors and a vice captain.
Yeah. First year in the seniors squad, but when I was not last year, the year before, I was resi player, but I would always play seniors as well, mainly 2 games, because I didn't want to. I was still young. I was still like 18. I wanted to, party, do all that kind of stuff. I didn't really want to be committed to the seniors yet, but now that I'm here, like it's a really...
You can still party a bit in the seniors?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Well, on that note, I was going to ask Ray, I'm led to believe that you do a bit of work as a personal trainer outside of Knights. So what's a kind of is that correct?
Yeah, this is since 2014. I'm a gym instructor and personal trainer in air traffic control, look after the stuff in Melbourne Airport. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my job.
I thought we were talking fitness stuff, because I was going to ask what's a pre-season session like. And,
we did very well. We did very well with that.
Look, I've seen a few of their trainings, Josh. Definitely not something I would have signed myself up for, mate.
Trust me, you wouldn't have.
No, definitely not. I like walking around a golf course, not running so much. But look, massive game obviously on Wednesday night. Just pump yourselves up a bit. What are we sort of looking to get out of it? How do you think we're going to go? You know, Knights have always been a strong side in the Cups, and you guys have really been pushing that this year as well.
I know. I just hope that we all have a good mindset when we rock up, you know, when we pump the music, where we start getting ready, when we go out and have a warm-up, then when we have a chat with Ray. We just need all of our mindsets to be as one. I don't need girls like thinking, oh yeah, what am I going to do tomorrow? Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, you want everyone locked in.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. And if all of us do that, then we all play as one. And then if we all play as one, then we'll got them. And we just need to play smart. Like I feel like what's been happening lately is we get very panicked and we rush and we start kicking the ball here, kicking the ball there. But if we just calm it, play it smart, then play it through the middle, then we got it. You know, like it's just...
Play your brand of football.
Yeah, literally. It's just simple.
Well, in a previous round of the Cup, I know that Box Hill were taken all the way to penalty kicks by a team in your division in Preston. And Preston actually had a penalty right at the end to win it before spot kicks. So does that give you a bit of confidence that this is an NPLW side that can be beaten and the gap can be bridged?
I think it does, especially not last game, the game before we versed the top team in our league, Boroondara. And we were winning 1-0 for 60 minutes and then we conceded 2 goals. And I feel like that was a real confidence booster for our girls because last time we played them, we lost 7-0, you know, and we, you know, to have that advantage at the start, but unfortunately we conceded the 2 goals. But I feel like that was a real confidence booster for our girls, knowing that, you know, we can beat a top team like that. And Boroondara are very similar to Box Hill in a way. So I feel like that kind of got through the girls' heads saying, oh yeah, well, if we can do that, I'm sure we could do that with Box Hill, you know. And I just feel like, yeah, I think it's just the mindset with the girls. I feel, and even with the Boroondara game, we had myself, I was out, another striker, Kate, was out, Michaela, she broke her leg, she was out as well. And they were all saying to me, oh, we're going to get smashed, we're not going to win, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that. And then look what happened. Like we were winning, we were up 0 for 60 minutes of the game. So I feel like it's just the mindset. The girls just need to believe in themselves and believe in one another, and that way we can go from there.
Yeah, look, and I think that's down to sort of your time as a coach, Ray. Like the work you've done with the team from the start of the year. Like you said, to get to the first time you played them, you've lost 7-0. If you're winning 1-0 through 60, 70 minutes of the game, that's a big market improvement against quality opposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 1 week before that with the Satyara,
our first win.
Yeah, our first win. Yeah, that's a realistic of the game. But now the girls get into this level and believing that when they get this believe ourselves, everything is possible. And now and it's a different time because we get some ideas about the other teams, opponent, and we're gonna always explain for the girls and show them some videos, and we get into the game with the open eyes, and that's very helpful for the girls.
Yeah, so Ray, just talk us through a bit of your previous coaching experience before coming down to the Knights, your footballing journey, if you will.
Yeah, it's a long story about the overseas and when I used to be, but now I'm just next week I complete my 50 years old. I'll get to 50, and this is a good news. It's still fit, and that's all about the football to help me to be like that. But 2012 I completed my C license, and I started with the first team I was coaching. I think 8 or 9 years ago was under 16 girls with the Northern Suburbs, is Sporting Wallasey or something. After that, I find that it's good work with the girls. They really like to work and they really interested. And yeah, and I'm moved around with another club. I used to work with the Vinco in Wallasey Rangers senior man as an assistant coach.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the same time, I've been and look after under 18 boys as well. And after that, I move around with the Heidelberg, Bowling, and I get some ideas about the different community. But always I look after this position in Melbourne Knights. And when I'm 2016, I started with the girls seniors Estate League 1 with the Eltham. It was a good experience. We finished 4 in the leather, but was a good result because we beat, with the young players, we beat South Melbourne 3-0. Even we beat Melbourne Knights 3-0 as well.
Yeah, I think I might have been at that game.
Yeah, and it was a good experience with the girls. And now when I'm here with Melbourne Knights, I'm really proud. It's because I respect the history, 60 years of Melbourne Knights, who worked before me with the girls, with this. Is very respectful, and it's a huge. And I'm just asking the fans and people to come down and support, and they really enjoy with the game how the girls play now. It's a big difference. They're gonna get to the Knights Stadium and they really enjoy of the game, because what we try to do, it's for me, because I used to play, and I'm looking for a different football to everyone enjoy. That's I don't know how to explain that, but now when you guys watch our game, it's you can see and enjoy the game. It's not boring, even when we lose.
So, Zovac, if I could just jump in, I was not expecting a Vinko Buljubasic name drop on this program.
Yeah,
but Ray, you will never guess who is coming in tomorrow night to the FNR studios for the Paco radio show. It's Vinko. So he's going to be sitting where you are in 24
that's
hours.
Perfect. Say hi to him. He's my best. I'll learn.
Yeah. A very familiar name to Knights fans.
Definitely.
Of seasons past. What did he have? Like 4 different stints at the club, Zovac? Something like that?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, he's a bit of a club legend. And just goes to show you, mate, there's good Croatian Knights people everywhere you end up. You never know where you're going to bump into one of them. Absolutely. So now the game, Wednesday night, what time are we kicking off? What time do we want everyone to get down there and support the girls?
Yeah, always my players is 1 hour before the game. Let's get ready for the game. Boys, 7:30 is a kickoff.
7:30 kickoff.
Yeah, kickoff, yeah. And yeah, hopefully we're going to see more people there.
So look, Knights fans, to everyone out there who's available on Wednesday night, come down. It's going to be an absolutely massive game for our girls this Wednesday night. Come down and cheer them on to what's hopefully another win in the Cup and moving on to the next round. But you've also got a massive game this weekend with, I believe you're playing Preston this weekend?
Yes.
Big game
Friday
as well.
night.
Friday night.
So we're going to be exhausted.
Yeah, and they came and they beat Brondora last week. The first losing the game from the Brondora.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
so tough opposition for Friday night. Friday night away?
Yeah.
Away in Preston.
Away in Preston, yeah.
Never a good place to travel?
Nah. And it's going to be cold. It's going to be windy. We're going to be exhausted. So I'd rather everyone come to the Wednesday night game.
So everyone
Friday night, don't worry about it.
Everyone come Wednesday, Friday night, maybe stay home.
Yeah, stay home. Too cold. Too cold.
I tell you what, BT Connor these days, you need studs if you're a spectator. It's so
literally.
You reckon you might be seeing a few pairs of the World Cup boots floating around on the stands, Josh? A bit of medals going on.
You need to bring your coppers. Honestly, I nearly sink into every time I go to do commentary at BT Connor, I nearly sink into the kind of quicksand that's around the tower. It's ridiculous.
Also, a couple of massive games for the girls this week. Guys, we're going to go to a short break. When we come back, we'll have our senior men's wrap-up. They're around the grounds and a few interviews and other bits and pieces to finish the show off.
The Night Train is brought to you by St Andrew's Hotel, 128 Nicholson Street, Fitzroy. Beautifully crafted, cosy and intimate spaces for your drinking and dining experiences.
Still full of running, and here's Götze! It's Mario Götze! It's Super Mario! He might just have won the World Cup for Germany!
FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website, dkpco.com.au, or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
With the right qualification, there's no telling where your career could take you.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon might be a bit of a stretch, but whether you are looking to progress your existing career, start a new one, rejoin the workforce, or get better at a hobby, training.com.au is here to help. At training.com.au, you can answer a couple of simple questions and instantly find out what courses are available for you. It costs nothing, and it could change your life.
The eagle has landed.
Find your future right now at training.com.au.
Das ist kein Abseits. Stellungsfehler. Hector. Und da ist das Tor. Die Iren führen mit 1:0 in der 70. Minute. Shane Long. Boah.
You're listening to FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
The Night Train is brought to you by St Andrews Hotel, 128 Nicholson Street, Fitzroy. Beautifully crafted, cosy and intimate spaces for your drinking and dining experiences.
FNR is a revolutionary football-dedicated digital platform, the first of its kind in Australia. It provides...
Buying your electricity from the big energy companies is now the most expensive way to power your home. In fact, the average electricity bill in Australia has more than doubled in the last 15 years. But not for the ones who went solar. Unlike your electricity bill, the power of solar has actually come down, and there's also government rebates available. So what are you waiting for? Join the 2 million households already saving hundreds of dollars every year. See how much your roof could be making you at solarpowerco.com.au. Go solar and get $500 cash back with the Solar Power Co, Australia's most trusted solar brand. solarpowerco.com.au.
Are you looking to change your destiny in life? Be your own boss? Start your own business? If you are, you need people who understand your needs and are committed to helping you make it happen. At DKP & Co Chartered Accountants, we are more than just accountants. We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website dkpco.com.au or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Their time has arrived. I think last week that 10-man performance in the preliminary final was absolutely exceptional, so I'm going for the Knights.
But when you talk of Knights, it's a real fighting team.
Buskak into the back of the net. Melbourne Knights take the lead 1-0. Melbourne Knights will win the Doherty Cup.
And welcome back to the show. Now, something that was brought to my attention over the break. We've got another coach in here. Filomena, you're the coach of one of our girls' junior teams and undefeated.
Yeah, that's right. I'm coaching the under-12 girls. We've got some younger sisters, younger cousins in that team. So we've got Taya, our centre-back, her younger sister in that team. She's doing fantastic as a centre-back as well. So it kind of runs in the blood.
There you go.
And yeah, they've been undefeated since I've come along. When I first started, they were a bit unsure of, especially their positions and stuff like that. And I feel like that's such a main main thing when you're playing football, especially as a team, knowing your position,
knowing your role in the team.
Knowing your role, and especially the structure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like whenever they're playing each week, they're just so strong. Like literally no one can get past them. Like and I'm just on this on the sidelines, and I'm like, yes, go girls! Like I'm so proud. Like coach of the year. No.
Coach of the year, you're undefeated. You're going to be in a shout if you stay undefeated.
I know. I fingers crossed. Only a few more games left, but I think they're doing really well. They're improving so much, and like we've got Mark, our technical director. He's giving us session plans throughout the week, and we're working on our touch, our passing, especially now we're coming into scanning the ball.
Yep.
Scanning for example, where our striker is before we're kicking it. So looking up, passing, doing all that kind of stuff, which is good.
Any plans on taking Ray's job in the next 6 months or so? Or?
Maybe when I'm his age.
Oh, really happy.
If I'm fit as him, yeah.
No, I'm really happy when I'm work with them, even under 10. I really enjoy. They love the game, and it's a big difference. But seniors, it's more harder,
Definitely. Speaking of the seniors, let's go with a quick around the grounds for the weekend. We'll start with our under-19s and 21s. Firstly, a big shout-out to the youth squads for their continued efforts and commitments, with numerous players doubling up and playing in both the under-19s and 21s games each week. Also, quick shout-out to Mark Hovanets, who left the pitch injured in last Sunday's 21s game against Heidelberg and ended up having surgery the same night, so we wish Mark a speedy recovery. After controlling much of the match in an uneventful game, the 21 suffered a 1-0 loss, gifting Oakley a goal against the run of play in the second half with a couple of mistakes in the space of 10 seconds. The 21s are now sitting in 6th position, and the under-19s had a tough 2-0 loss in tough contest with player fatigue late in game to concede 2 second-half goals. Came out early next Saturday to watch both under-19s and 21s play away to Altona Magic before the seniors, and it would be wonderful to get some of the fans there a bit earlier if you can, to support our under-19s and under-20s. Now, with and around the grounds for the NPL results over the weekend, South Melbourne and Green Gully playing out a 1-1 draw. Dandenong City and this week's opponents, Altona Magic, 1-1. Josh, pretty good result for Dandy here.
Yeah, did you see the goal, though?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. No keeper ever wants to do that, especially not in stoppage time. So, I mean, Nick Kalmar can shoot from range, but that was not one of his best efforts, and they were a bit lucky to scrape over the line considering the manner in which they scored. But Altona just finding new, exciting, interesting and innovative ways to drop points this season, as we've been the current theme and the theme throughout.
The NPL, Josh, across the year has been the gift that keeps on giving, and let's hope for all Knights fans that Altona is the gift that keeps on giving this weekend in the manner of giving us 3 points and 5 or 6 goals, if they don't mind. Dandenong Thunder continue their march up the table with a 1-0 win over St Albans. Dandy making a real push at the 6, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a scrappy result, but they'll take it every single day of the week away at St Albans.
Look, St Albans.
Hamish Watson, former Knights man, scoring the goal. Not that you'd know it with the blurry camera work, but...
Oh, look, I'm sure the camera work is going to get a bit of a mention a bit later in the show, Josh.
But, yeah, I'm sure it will. A good result for them and a clean sheet, which they haven't had too often this season.
Yeah, look, one thing I will say, St Albans, especially at this time in the year, is a notoriously tough place to travel. The pitch deteriorates quite quickly normally by coming around winter time, and tough place to get points. So, Dandy, just keep putting their best foot forward and keep pulling out results.
And for me, Noel Bernarda is the player of the season in the league this year.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal.
Close. I mean, you could probably make a few shouts for some Avondale guys. I mean, I'm sure you'll put a word in for your mate Aiden Bryce in the Knights back line.
Yeah, I probably would be, yeah.
I
best centre back in the comp.
I think Noel Bernarda in a team without, stacks and stacks of attacking talent.
Yeah, no, look, he's
shouldered the attacking burden so often.
He's definitely phenomenal, mate. Speaking of Avondale, coming out 4-0 winners against Eastern Lions. Bentley Greens running over Heidelberg 3-0, and Hume City with a 1-0 win over Port Melbourne. Now, just to wrap up the results, wrap up the table for after the rounds football, Avondale sitting clear in first position on 38 points. Oakley in second on 31 points. Hume City in third on 30 points. Bentley dropping to fourth on 30 points. Heidelberg fifth on 27 points. Port Melbourne in sixth on 26 points, rounding out the top six. Melbourne Knights in seventh on 26 points, being kept out of the sixth at the moment by goal difference. Dandenong Thunder moving up to 8th on 25 points. South Melbourne dropping down to 9th on 24 points. Green Gully in 10th on 20 points. Eastern Lions 11th on 15 points. Altona Magic in 12th on 11 points. Dandy City on 13th on 11 points. And St Albans rounding out the bottom of the table on 17 points. So again, Josh, we've mentioned it, I reckon, the last 3 or 4 shows, but just how tight that top section of the table is between 3rd and 9th. You've got, 6 points?
Yeah, it's crazy. Were you surprised at how straightforward the Bentley win on the weekend ended up being?
Yeah, look, I was, to be honest. Heidelberg showed us last week in our fixture with them that they're a tough side to play against, but again, I felt we were probably a bit unlucky not to get out of there with a bit of a smash and grab win, if you like, but they definitely showed that they can be got at on the counter, and if you're quick enough to expose them at that, especially at that right or left back spot, given that their fullbacks do like to bomb on, they're gettable, and that's one of the areas Bentley is strong in. You know, if you give Bentley a bit of time and space up on the wings, they've got the potential to rip you to shreds.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the other team with stacks and stacks of Queenslanders in it, in Port Melbourne, I thought was incredibly unlucky not to get something out of that Hume City game. I mean, man sitting on the panel was probably a better place to talk about this game than I, but as he was there. But look, they had plenty of chances, and the 1-0 win for Hume. Most of their results this season have been pretty richly deserved, but that one was incredibly fortuitous.
Yeah, but again,
they're looking good, Port Melbourne. They've obviously got that big cup run.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's sort of a tree falls in a forest scenario with Port Melbourne sometimes. Does anyone really care about their results? And they don't have a huge following, but the players certainly seem to care, and they're having a good year.
Mate, they've been just quietly going about their business, and they're right in the heat of that pack. Right there in that meaty section of the table, really between 3rd and really could say even down to 10th. Between those 8 spots, you've got like 6 or 7 points. Gullies might be pushing it down to 10th. I had them picked to probably be comfortable in the 6th this year, but they've just been hot and cold. There's been a lot of hot and cold through those teams in those sort of 4th to 10th across the year. And I think Friday night was, obviously, with our 1-1 draw with Oakley, that we'll get to that now. Josh, I think that's probably one of the better performances I've seen from us across the year.
Well, I'll have to take your word for it because I missed the first 37 minutes of this game.
Oh, you and everyone else. As I mentioned
Canberra.
before, we're going to give the cameraman a bit of a shellacking here. Apparently, he missed his roster spot that he was supposed to be at the ground and didn't rock up till the 37th minute. Look, which is probably a bit thankful because I don't have to rewatch the couple of misses we had early in that game that should have probably put us up. And now there's no footage of it, so no one can see it, including me. I would have been ripping my hair out about that this morning, rewatching that. But in a game that really Oakley, I get Oakley's played probably 4 or 5 games in the last couple of weeks. Probably a bit tired legs and fatigue squad coming into the game. But for a team that's sitting in second spot, that was probably our most complete performance of the season. From how we defended outside of the penalty that was really given from, again, really against the run of play and a player not really doing anything dangerous, a bit of a silly foul to give away the penalty in that situation. We dominated them for 90 minutes, Josh. Absolutely dominated them for 90 minutes. Had 4 or 5 clear-cut chances to go up, in the end scoring, a couple of unlucky players with a few unfortunate misses. But on another night, we could very easily walk out of Knight Stadium with that 5-0 win after that performance.
Well, Zovac, I can certainly vouch that Knights dominated Oakley for 53 minutes. I'm not sure about the other 37 because I didn't see them. But look, this was a terrific performance. and one that should have resulted in more than a solitary goal. Sometimes profligacy has been the story of the Knights campaigns, and we often harp on about the what ifs and so forth on this show, and we have this season, but the results haven't quite lined up with the performances, and that's encouraging for the rest of the season and the future, because Oakley are a top side regardless of fatigue and heavy legs and cup fixtures and injuries and rotations and so forth. They're one of the most highly resourced outfits in the league, and they boast so much quality. A couple of gold medalists in there, guys who can score goals for fun.
And I think there's an Olympic hopeful in their squad as well. I think Holmes is due for a silver medal for his attempted dive there late in the game. I don't know if you happened to catch that. I think he's probably a bit stiff just to get a yellow. He should have been sent off for that. That was absolutely disgusting.
Tyson Holmes is one of the underrated S-houses in the division.
Oh, without a doubt.
He acts like, honestly, I find it tough to get mad at him because he plays exactly the same way as I used to.
Oh, Josh, don't tell me you were a shithouse as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I was not a very gifted player, but always the master of the cynical rake my studs down the back of the opposition midfielder's Achilles and then help him up and play the nice guy afterwards so I didn't get a card. I never got sent off once, and that's the Tyson Holmes playbook to a T. I mean, he's a quality footballer, obviously, much better than I ever was, but I recognise the shtick is what I'm saying, and I just have to applaud and respect it. He has every referee in this competition under his thumb.
Yeah, look, I love to see it. If the season goes for 26 weeks, I like to see it 24 weeks of the season, mate. Keep that shit out of the way when you're playing against the Knights, if you don't mind. Now, Filomena, you were at the game as well?
No, I wasn't, but I watched it.
Yeah.
Well, the
60 odd minutes that we could see.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Just unlucky. I just felt like the shots, even Albano, he was from the left and he dribbled
yeah.
And what a goal that could have been. But it was I just felt like they were just so unlucky, and even some good crosses they had as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the luck, especially on pitch one.
You need that just to go. Josh, I don't know. I get these weird vibes sometimes. When you stand there the first 10, 15 minutes of the game and the first couple just don't go in, you just got this. I just get this weird feeling in the back of my mind, just going, "Here we go again."
Yeah.
And
that's the problem, though. I mean, I think Knights as a club has to shake this mentality amongst the supporters as much as the playing group. I think sometimes, I mean, Filomena, you were talking about, the players in your team sometimes not backing themselves and not thinking they're as good as they really are. And sometimes, I mean, the sports psychologists will tell you that if you tell yourself something's going to happen, it probably will happen. And I don't know if that really affects the playing group. They probably have a completely different mentality to us fans on the sidelines. But Zovac, you're always catastrophizing about what's about to happen.
Oh, look, mate.
You always think the worst.
I think the worst, and then I come on the radio and I predict the best. So, look, I'm just a hypocrite, Josh.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
Listen to the guy when he's not on a microphone. He's so pessimistic.
No, I'm the worst because in my head, I go, it's all going to go fine. I'm driving to the game. We're going to do well. And then we miss one chance, and I'm going, here we go again. Just doom and gloom. But look, in the end, very unlucky not to get away with the result. The defensive performance was phenomenal. We controlled the middle of the park. Even the substitutions, Dordrock, it was a bad miss. There's no getting around that. But he was probably unlucky not to come away with one or two. Again, like Filomena said, Albano, we had Adam Zilic on last week talking about if he just cuts in and hits it, he's going to score 15 to 20 goals a year. We nearly seen another one from him exactly the same. It stings, Josh. It just stings. It hurts because...
No, but it happens every time.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like every time I watch them play, it's just... They just can't get it in sometimes.
Yeah.
It's such a good play, from the defence all the way up to the forward line, and it's just going so well, and then goes towards goal, and
it just
right to the
out.
Keeper or out up here. I don't know.
Now, look, we did have a chat. I had a chat with Aidan Bryce and Steve Berbich after the game, so we might just have a quick listen to what Steve Berbich had to say post our 1-1 draw with Oakley. Good evening, Knights fans.
And we're joined by Coach Steve Berbich post our 1-1 result with Oakley at home. Thoughts, mate?
Yeah, interesting game. I thought, we dominated from start to finish.
Yeah.
Played probably some of the best football we played all year, and again didn't reward ourselves, so not good enough.
Yeah, look, mate, missed chances, I think over especially the last 2 weeks has really hurt us. Bit stiff not to come away with 3 points in either game.
Yeah.
But a lot of promising signs going forward. The squad's starting to fire.
Yeah, heaps of promising sides. I think we created, I don't know, felt like 20 or 30 opportunities in that game where, we got in behind, balls fizzing across the face of the box. Boys are missing it right in front. We're doing everything from that defensive third, middle third, attacking third. We just got to rattle the back of the net.
Yeah. So now, obviously, having both Trevors slotting into the defence over the last couple of weeks, some promising signs there.
Yeah, both. Trevor came back last week. Obviously, Brycey was out, and then Nicola got his fifth, and Brycey came back in. But both, Trevor Zed played very well today. And, little Trevor S, I thought he was excellent at right back once again.
Now, look, big game this week against Altona. Don't really want to call it a must-win, but really for a finals push, you want to be getting a result this week.
Yeah, we need to start collecting results and, more importantly, rewarding good performances with 3 points. Yeah. So the performances have been there, and we're just lacking. We're not taking away the 3 points, which the performances actually deserve. So, but we keep performing like this, so I've got no doubt that winning momentum will begin, and we'll have a good run home.
So look, to me, over the last couple of weeks, the squad's really looked like it's starting to hit its stride again since the breakup due to COVID. How's the feel in the change room at the moment?
No, the boys are all buzzing. Training sessions have all been good. Look, we've had a real tough block of 4 games against I think the top 4 opposition, and I think we're in every single game, and very easily. I think we ended up 1 win, a loss, 2 draws. It could have been at least 3 wins. Yeah. So there's real positive signs there, and now we just stick together, and keep going.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Thank you.
That was Steve Burbidge post the game, echoing many of the sentiments we've had again on the show. Just a lack of finishing ability on Friday night, I think, hurt us there. On another night, a few go in early, the boys get a bit of confidence up and about, and you very easily walk away from the game a 4-0 winner. But that was not to be the case over on Friday night. But we've also had a chat to Aidan Bryce post the game, and here's what he had to say. Good evening, Knights fans, and we're joined by Captain Aidan Bryce post our 1-1 draw with Oakley. Brycey, thoughts on the game, mate?
Devastating, mate. I've never seen a team like ours dominate for 92 minutes of the game and come away 1-1. Like, we had a lot of chances in front of goal and just rushing options, wrong options, just not finishing, man. That's the one thing we're just off, just rattling the back of the net. Defensively, unreal. That's the best defensive performance I've seen the team do for 3 years. But just got to rattle that back of the net. It's devastating, mate.
Yeah, look, mate, I think especially that back 4 is looking like a real strong unit over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, you and Trevor as a centre-back partnership are looking strong, but young Trevor at right-backs looks solid. How's the sort of feel over the last couple of weeks? What do you think's been the big change?
Mate, I don't know. Hey, back 4, unreal. Like Trev slotting in last week against Heidelberg. Like, I've never seen a winger and a guy just come in and just play right so different, and he's just... I know he's a good little defender. He's a little nippy, low to the ground, so it's hard to get around, and he's got great footwork. So as a right back stepping in for Glovan and Jack, unreal, mate.
And you and Trevor's Letslute, that centre back partnership fired back up. He's looked really strong tonight.
Yeah, it's just communication. I like to say, couple of bricks, mate. It's like Nicola's in. It's the exact same thing. Like we've got a strong 3 there, and just on guard. I don't even really know what to say about anything else, mate. I don't know.
Yeah, no, look, mate, feels probably a bit stiff over the last 2 weeks, really, not to come away with the 3 points in either game, but a lot of promising signs going forward.
Yeah, it's promising. Like I said, if we rattle the back of the net, mate, we're home and hosed in finals, and where teams are going to be changing the way they play, and they won't want to play us.
Definitely.
But it's just if we just got to find them 1 or 2 more chances and bury them, and then we'll be sitting 3rd, 2nd, and we'll be competitive as.
Yeah, so look, obviously we've got Altona coming up this week. Maybe a good chance to get a bit of those demons in front of goal out of the way.
Look, just the sheds there. Boys are fired up. 92 minutes, outplayed them. Bebs is going to drill us next week, mate, because it's the reality. It's just not good enough in a sense. And I think against our Tone of Magic, I think if we play like that again and a few boys, like we real focus on a few things of training this week, I think, coming away with 3 points it's a has, mate. It has to be done.
Definitely. Thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, that was Brycey post the game. Josh, I don't know what else I can add. I think Bryce has pretty much summed it up there.
Yeah, I thought it was a sensational performance. Brycey certainly did as well. I mean, he was hugely positive about both the chance creation and the defensive side of things. The penalty I thought was very unfortunate. It was a weird nothing challenge. Maybe just a little bit of inexperience from Trevor in that position to not let go of the challenge and just
let him go.
Going nowhere. The player was going nowhere. He was never getting to that ball. If he could just not have given the referee any reason to point to the spot there, then I think he could have just let the player run and it would have been fine. But sometimes he, as a defender, gets more sucked into the wrestling match you're involved in than where the ball is. And
definitely,
it's a learning curve for a guy who's really a striker or a winger, and he's a stand-in right back, albeit playing very well. But I think there's no real reason to alter this 11 for next week. To be honest, I mean, maybe you can consider a change up front if one player is sticking him in the back of the net in training, consistently. But I think the dam's going to break at some point, and it may as well be next week against opposition who have struggled defensively this season.
Oh, here's hoping, mate. Now, 3-2-1s for the week, Josh. Now, unless there was some standout I happened to miss in the first 30 minutes, you might have to give me a bit of a hand here, mate. No, all jokes aside, I've gone Brycey again for the 3. Again, he's just best centre-back in the league, and I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't end up moving up somewhere along the line. He's just so good and such a good captain to have in this league.
Yeah, I think you had some guests in the stands scouting him.
Yeah, well, that was the rumour. I wasn't sure if that was just the NPL rumour mill churning out some other good ones, but...
Well, Teo said he spotted Tony Popovic there, and if he's going to be watching anyone from Knights, it probably would be the guy who's leading the best and fairest, or our best and fairest by a country mile.
Yeah, definitely. For the 2, I've gone for Trevor Zletslut again. Back, I thought he had playing along Brycey at centre back, but not only that, late in the game when we were pushing for that result, he pushed up through that middle section of the park, held the ball up, was knocking it out wide for crosses to be fizzled across the face of goal or up towards that back post. And again, I think him and Brycey as a centre-back pairing are probably up there with the best centre-back pairings in the league.
Yeah, Trevor was great. He actually played a pretty key role in the goal as well.
Yeah.
It was after a set piece, and
he flicked it on.
Distributed the ball really well in a very congested situation that led to the cross into the box and the goal. So, Trevor... he contributes in so many different phases of play.
Definitely.
And as a ball-playing centre-back, there are a few better than him with his passing range and his radar.
Definitely. And for the 1, I'm going to give it to Giselle through the middle of the park. Again, I think we really had the betterment of the control in the middle. He was fizzing passes all around the pitch. His passing range is just phenomenal. He's a player that for me has come along in leaps and bounds in terms of his maturity as a senior player this year, and been a big part of when we've played well through the middle of the park. He has been a big part of that.
Yeah, and it's not easy to stay composed in central midfield when you've got Joe Guest running at you like a chook and pressuring your every touch. So Giselle has just showed his quality in the last few weeks, especially. I think he's really stepped it up a notch. Against good teams, he tends to stand out when the standard of play is a little bit higher across the board. And Friday night was among his best performances this season.
Nah, definitely. We do have one other quick little interview. We had a little beer garden banter segment. Now, due to the cold, there weren't too many participants happy to come outside and actually have a bit of a chat. It was absolutely freezing down at Knight Stadium on Friday night. But we did have one very, very happy participant come on, and this is what she had to say. Good evening, Knights fans. Who we're joined by tonight? Good evening, Knights fans. Who we're joined by tonight?
Marianne Gender.
Marianne Gender. I hear you're the wife of our merch slinger down here.
I am.
You are. How do you think we went tonight?
I think we played well. The favours were with us, but I feel like we should have gotten another goal.
Yeah, look.
I feel like easily.
We should have scored a couple. Like it is.
Sorry, can I swear on this?
Yeah, you can.
I feel like we could have. Well, the possession was in our favour, but I feel like there were opportunities there that were missed. But we definitely should have won this. We should have brought it home.
Overall, how do you think we've gone so far to this point of the season, though?
Overall, I still have 100% faith in our boys. I know that they can bring it home. So let's hope they can still deliver.
Nice.
Home and away. So definitely still.
So, quick question: how'd you get involved in our fantastic club?
So, my husband. I love it, man. I love it. I see the smiles that he brings home, the pain, the tears, the blood, and everything.
A lot of pain and tears.
I couldn't help but, feel that love from the club. So it's definitely, it's.
It's freezing, but I feel warm now. That's happy.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't. Yeah. So I definitely harness that joy and the passion that comes with it. So.
See that, Knights fans? Ignore the cold. Passion keeps you warm. Ignore the fact you can see my breath.
Sorry. Yeah.
Passion does keep you warm, Josh, and passion for this club is what keeps all of this going. And
that's why keeping you warm now, Zovac.
Oh, look,
maybe a new winter collection.
Me and Filomena both modelling our wonderful new merch, thanks to our little merch slinger down at the club, Jerome, and Dan, and everyone else involved. Look, Josh, I harp on about this a lot on this show, but we've got the best merch in the league.
Yeah.
Look, apparently I do say that just about every week, so I'm going to say it a few times now. Best merch in the league, best merch in the league, best merch in the league. Hats, jackets, we've got crew decks, we've got jackets, jumpers, the works, mate. Like, we do it better than anyone in the league, mate. Like, I'll hear arguments, and you'll all be wrong. You'll all be wrong.
There was actually a few links doing the rounds in one of my FV commentator group chats, saying some admiring things about it. I'm not sure if any of those guys can actually purchase such gear, because of the occasion they'd have to wear it, they probably would be accused of bias. But I think it's just a fashion statement at this point. Why you don't even have to be a Knights fan to wear Knights merch.
It's that good, mate. Even if you're not,
we need to capture that kind of hipster football shirt market.
Yeah,
because this is up there with like any, not only NPL merchandise, but like any sporting apparel anywhere in the world.
Yeah, look, the club do an absolutely fantastic job with the merch, and I think it shows. But moving on, Josh, massive game this week against Altona. Really, I think I'm very confident that Knights are still going to make the six and have a little something to say about how the finals end up. But if you want to be playing finals, this week is a game that you probably need to, or you just about definitely need the 3 points.
And I think it's absolutely going to be a Knights win. Even if the finishing is as poor as it was on Friday, the Altona keeper still might throw one in. So. I'm very confident as well. I share your confidence. I didn't tip the Knights last week.
Oh, so you're not going to hammer me this week if I tip the Knights to win, Josh?
No, I'm not.
You're not.
No, I tipped a draw and I was right, even though I probably shouldn't have been right.
No, you shouldn't have been right. But anyways, that's
the balance of play. But I'll take the dub anyway. I don't know if we're keeping like a tipping score counter.
Oh, I really hope we're not, because I'm
probably
very off this year.
But yeah, I think the Knights going to do it nice and easy. I'm going 3-0, maybe 4.
Oh, look, I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-0 win.
Yeah.
Filomena, thoughts? How do you reckon we're going to go this week?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't. 1 week.
I do this show every week, and apparently I've got no idea either, so just chuck out an answer.
I'm thinking a draw, 2-2. Yeah, I'm going to put it in.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. No, we're getting a win. She's wrong. We're getting a win. She just said she knows nothing.
Wait, no. Dead set. I'm a jinx, so this is good.
This is good.
This is good.
Ray's
they'll lose.
Ray's going with a 2-1 win. I like it. Yeah, you can come on again, mate. We're going to have a bit of a chat after. You got to back Knights to win, man. Come on.
I think there's a couple of potential ways this can go. It could go comfortable Knights win. It could go amazing Altona performance, and they
don't say that,
concede in the
Josh.
last minute and lose. But I think the Knights
have
can
a
get
habit
3
of that,
points
yeah.
regardless of the manner of victory. I really do.
Well, look, Josh, I've been told in the comments that I've got no hair to rip out, so why am I bothered ripping it out? Sam from Diggers Rest, you're an ass, but you're not wrong, mate. This club has given me more grey hairs than I care to think about. And I really hope we don't have that problem this weekend. It'd just be nice to go to a game, score one early, coast onto a 3-0 win, and just go home with a big smile on your face. So, like, I'm a bit over the drama, Josh. Sometimes you just want some simple.
Yeah, it would be nice for once. But it's just as well you've got that very fashionable new Knights cap on. So
Yeah, well, look, Josh, it's getting to that point where I'm going to just have to become the hat guy. It's just going to be hats and beanies everywhere. It is what it is. I've come to terms with it, but lucky Jerome and everyone else down at the club is doing such wonderful hats, bucket hats, beanies, and various other merchandises to hide my grey hairs. So thank you to them, and thank you all for joining us once again for the Night Train. We'll be back next week at 8 o'clock. Hope to see you all at the club on Wednesday night to support our girls to what is... Look, I'm backing them in for a win on Wednesday as well. Ever the Knights optimist. Knights are getting points everywhere this weekend, so we're going to get the win on Wednesday. We're going to get the win on Saturday. The girls might even pull a result on Friday. So come on down Wednesday night, 7:30, kick-off, support the girls, and hope to see you all at Altona Saturday afternoon to cheer on our men for what should be a very interesting affair. Thank you all, and we'll see you next week.
I think the Knights, their time has arrived. I think last week that 10-man performance in the preliminary final was absolutely exceptional. So I'm going for the Knights.
But when you talk of Knights, it's a real fighting team.
Buskak into the back of the net. Melbourne Knights take the lead 1-0. Melbourne Knights will win the Doherty Cup.
Croatia looking for a finals berth. That's it! The Croatia fans salute the goal that could be so vital.